In this video, we're going to take a look at parts of percentages and budgets. Our standard we'll be looking at is TEKS 7.13b. Our learning objective is to identify the components of a personal budget, including income, planned savings for college, retirement and emergencies, taxes, and fixed and variable expenses, and calculate what percentage of each category comprises of the total budget. The first thing we're going to look at today is what is a budget? A budget is kind of like a plan to help you spend to reach your financial goals and to help you spend no more than you earn and save if you're able to. A budget's got basically two parts, income and expenses. Income is the amount of money a person earns. Expenses are the components of a budget where money is being spent. There are lots of types of expenses, and in this video, we're going to look at two different categories, fixed and variable. A fixed expense occurs regularly and doesn't change from month to month. A variable expense occurs regularly and are necessary for living, but you have a little bit of control over how much you spend. So some examples we have here are like your house payment or mortgage or rent. That would be an example of a fixed expense. Usually doesn't change from month to month. Clothes are variable. You don't always have to buy new clothes. Sometimes you do, but not necessarily the same amount every month. Monthly guitar lessons. Those might be an example of a fixed expense because the amount usually doesn't change. I know for my daughter's dance lessons, it costs the same amount every month. Savings for college is a variable expense. Most people do this, but the amount that you put into savings kind of depends each month with other factors going on in your budget. Entertainment, like movies or games, those are variable expenses because you don't necessarily have to have those, although they are nice to have. Car payments are usually fixed expenses, and they happen every single month until your car is paid off. Auto insurance is another example of a fixed expense. It usually doesn't change from month to month. And groceries are a really good example of a variable expense. They happen regularly and are necessary for you to live, but you have some control over what you buy. For instance, if steak costs too much money, you might choose chicken or ground meat. Those are examples of how you can control your budget. Where you shop, coupons, things like that. Those are parts of a budget and different types of fixed and variable expenses.